Look, I'm not on the majors committee.
Yeah.
And I'm rotating off the board. So I'm
Right.
I'm gonna let my opinions fly.
What's up, everybody? Joe here with Joe's Disc Golf, and boy, oh boy, the content keeps coming out of Worlds, and specifically out of the PDGA President, Justin Menickelli. I really hope I pronounced your name wrong. If I didn't, I apologize. I don't try to say people's names wrong, but I just hardly ever say them right. But I digress. Let's move on to the topic. Oh, man. When it rains, it pours at the PDGA. Not only is Brody a jerk for trying to make Worlds better, but he decided to go all in and roast Paige Pierce for calling the PDGA out for the treatment of the Women's National Championship, USWDGC, which happened about a month and a half ago from the time of recording. He tried to pass the buck off and say that, it was the Women's Committee who did this. The Majors Committee and the PDGA Board has nothing to do with any of it. We tried to talk them out of it. It's not our fault. It's the women's fault. It's never our fault. I don't know what's going on. Brody's a jerk. That's all I know right there. That's for sure.
Do you know who picked the spot? Do you know who picked the venue? Do you know who picked California?
No.
It was not the board of directors. The women's committee picked that spot. So to say Paige acts like she speaks for all women, and then, some other women piled on how dare you? It's
but that's not all we know for sure. Well, why don't I just let you hear it from the man himself? Let's go and take a look at what he had to say about Paige Pierce calling the PDGA out.
I thought Paige got roasted.
Oh, see, I didn't see much roasting. I saw a lot of positive. Thank God someone saying something.
I didn't see a lot of roasting, but I heard a lot of roasting.
Oh, you heard it? Yeah. No one out there is doing it.
No, people were not
signing their
publicly roasting her, but behind the scenes, she got roasted pretty hard, and I think she deserved it, honestly, because I think she was being disingenuous.
Well, that's interesting. He claims that there was a lot of roasting of Paige Pierce, and I'll be honest, I did not see any specific roasting of Paige Pierce. I saw a lot of positive comments saying, hey, we need to get this together. Let's bring this more on par with what the men do. Maybe host it at the same course, maybe host it at a different course. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is, but playing 3 courses in 3 days, that's not great. In my opinion, I think all of the national championships should be a 4-day event. This is to find out who is the best disc golfer in this case, in the nation, or in Worlds, as it was. They did 5 days. Went 2 courses, alternating back and forth. That's not a bad setup there. Maybe you go 2 and 2. I don't know what the answer is, but saying that he didn't see anyone roasting, but he heard them. He definitely heard them. Because it's easy to make crap up when you only hear things. But that's not really what happened, because I tried to keep my ear to the ground. I listened to everyone that I can talk about all various different points. And as far as I could tell, 95% of the people definitely agreed with what Paige had to say. On top of that, you could see the look, the reaction, the surprise on Adam's face. He's the dude with the beard. He goes, what, really? You heard that? Yeah, not everyone believes what you're saying, Justin. So why don't you take that chip off your shoulder, be a leader, and be the president of the PDGA? But he goes on to dig that hole even deeper. Let's take a look.
You think?
I think her behavior was disingenuous, and I think it was self-serving.
All right. I didn't expect that answer, but I know.
Self-serving behavior. I didn't know there was going to be 3 courses. Well, let's take a look, because we have the video evidence of what Paige had actually said.
Because U.S. Women's starts on Friday, and we have to learn 3 courses. We play 3 different courses at a PDGA Major Championship. And a lot of us top athletes are coming straight from another tournament where we kind of need a rest day and a drive day and just time to learn the courses if we're going to play to our best capabilities. So my question to you, PDGA, is Why do you keep doing this to the women's division? The men play one course and they learn it and they play it well. And the women, every year, we have to play multiple courses. And on top of that, the courses don't get closed down. So when we're out here practicing, practice rounds take 3, 4, 5 hours because we're behind a bunch of locals. And this is not professionally done. And I'm calling you out. Get on your stuff, PDJ. Fix this.
Now, I don't think that what she was saying is, I didn't know there were going to be 3 courses. She was saying how she needs time, and all the pros need time to go out and learn the courses, learn what the best routes are, do the best that they can. So it's not just blind luck of whoever wins. You know, you need to go out, you need to practice, and having 3 different courses bouncing back and forth like that and changing all the time, where men's is pretty much just locked in all the time, same course. Why can't we do that for the women? That's all she's saying. Just do that. It has nothing to do with everything else. Now, she was definitely going off the top of her head and saying, you know, we need a driving day, we need a rest day and all that. And I understand the point that OTB was only about a half-hour drive away, but that's not necessarily this year's problem. She's talking about the cumulative issues that they've had with women's tournaments like that, just not having adequate support from the PDGA. That's what it is. And that doing this, you know, you're just kind of putting the women between a rock and a hard place. You know, it's not going well. And what needs to happen is just have that consistency. Say, all right, you're only playing this one course like the men do. Or maybe you add in 2 courses and then it's fair. But you do that on the men's side as well. Or you just keep it the one course. I don't care. Just because she had at least 6 months to know about it doesn't mean she had 6 months to go out and play this one course. Guess what? Professional. She tours. They start in February. And it is now, well, that tournament happens in May. At least it did this year. There's not enough time to get out to adequately prepare for that in your off season when you're trying to recover, when you're trying to heal, trying to improve on some skills. It's absolutely insane to think that this would be any other way. And Justin just keeps putting his foot in his mouth, digging that grave a little bit deeper every single time he opens his mouth, it seems like. Because, again, my interpretation of what happened with how Paige presented it was not her saying, I didn't know about this, I didn't know about that. It was, this is what's going on, and this is stupid. This needs to change. Blaming it, as I said before, blaming it on the women's committee, stupid. That's not an excuse. You're the president of the PDGA. You get the final say of everything. You're the leader. You wanted to be the president. So guess what? The buck stops here. You're the guy in charge. There's so many other issues that's going on. He's on his way out. He's rotating off the board, and you can tell he just doesn't give a crap. This is why we need to pay a little more attention to who runs for president of the PDGA. Otherwise, you get clowns like this. I don't care. I will say it. He's a clown. That is putting it very nicely, but we try to keep it PG here at Joe's Disc Golf. So anyway, what do you think? What happened? Is it good? Is it bad? Leave your comments down below. What do you think happened here? Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? In my opinion, Justin is not doing the PDGA a good service at all. On top of that, I didn't make this point in my last video. If you're watching this one first, well, I'll have it linked in a card over here somewhere, or maybe it's over here. I don't know which side it's on. However, dude, wear a polo shirt at least. Wear a collar. Dress up. You're representing the PDGA. I pay all this money for my membership fee, for my tournament fees, the added extra fees. Just class it up a little bit, man. Go out to Walmart, spend $10 and get a crap polo. At least you'll look a little more professional than that. And sunglasses inside. You're all trying to be Dr. Disrespect because this is crap. Like, I don't know. This is terrible. But anyway, I'm rant over, to say the least. That's it with me for Joe's Disc Golf. As always, you've been awesome. I've been Joe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can catch this all on audio podcast, wherever you get your podcasts from. You can catch that. Just search Joe's Disc Golf, and it'll be right there. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this whole situation. And I can't wait to see you all in the next video.